everybody, it's Lindsey Whiteman with eXp Realty. I am here with John, which is a new friend. We actually met at 7 Levels of Communication by Michael Mayer. My coach, Melissa McNeil, is hosting this club on Zoom every Monday. And with the past couple weeks, I have noticed that John, our insurance guy, has provided such great customer service. And we were going to actually have a more one-on-one to kind of see what it is from a new customer, what's the process. But I decided to flip it and upgrade it, and we are now recording this so I can help hopefully bring more solutions to everyone else that needs some insurance coverage. So John, tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, your business, and a background.
All right, so it's John Toomer. Reliant Insurance Services is our insurance agency. We're an independent agency. So we focus, our niche is really working with people who are buying new homes, home and flood, but we do a ton of auto insurance. We write some small commercial for our clients. So we do a lot of different things. And one of the biggest things that we do is we're able to shop the market and get you the best rate. So that's really the focus of what we do.
So you use like even Geico or Allstate, you're basically taking all of those services to see what the best rate is?
Geico and Allstate are kind of their own thing. So what we do is we partner with all the different insurance companies other than your Geico and your State Farm. They're kind of their own thing. We're called what's called an independent agent. And it's really important, especially in the state of Florida, because a lot of the big guys really don't want to play in the sandbox, especially when it comes to home insurance. So for example, State Farm they do offer home insurance. They pulled out and they recently came back in, but their rates are typically double of what we can do. And the reason why is they really don't want to be in the business, but for their policies, they make sure that there's no risk at all. It's just, Florida is a difficult place for home, as you can imagine, with the sinkholes in the hurricanes.
Yeah, good old hurricanes. So
Yes.
You provide flood insurance as well. You can get rates on that?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh.
We not only have the standard FEMA program that, pretty much everybody has, but a lot of private flood insurance companies have come into the market in the last couple of years, and we partner with them. So we're shopping. It's the same thing with home. We're shopping it through the different carriers. Auto, we shop through, any line of business that we write, we're shopping it through the market to get the best rate.
I like that so much. So much. I am so cheap, and I am really like comparing, and I want good coverage, which is important, but I don't want to go to all these websites and say, okay, quote, fill it out. I prefer a one-stop shop like you, which is phenomenal.
Well, not only that is we kind of give you the guidance too, to make sure what you're picking is, what you need. And what we do is we educate you on what the options are. And then at the end of the day, it's for you to choose, but we just want to make sure that you're educated before making that decision. Once you make the decision, you can forget everything about it until the next time you want to take a look at it. But we want to make sure you know what you're looking at the time.
That is super cool. So from a new customer, let's say I contact you, what is that process? How does that begin?
So it's pretty simple. So if you already have insurance, which most people do, the best process to get a little bit of information from you, we can take it over the phone, we can email you the information we need, and then just send us a copy of your current declarations page. And the reason why is we can pull a lot of information off there. For example, the current coverages. So you can get an apples to apples quote, and then we'll look at it and say, hey, you might want to bump this up, or this might be too much. You might want to change this, but it gives us at least a starting point. And then we can send you that quote. We'll get you the quote the next day. Sometimes we can do it the same day, depending on what time of year it is. But yeah, we give it to you. And a lot of things for our new clients is we put together a video. And the video is us going over the quote, explaining the coverages, going line by line. It's about 5 minutes. And clients love it. It allows them to review it on their time frame. So if it's 10:30 at night, they're laying in bed and they're finally getting to their stuff, they can watch the video. If they have a spouse, they can each watch it on their own time, and then they can come back and answer, ask any questions and take it from there.
Super cool. So I saw on your website that you also offer life insurance?
We do life insurance. We're licensed for life and health. Life, if it's a simple term insurance policy, we can write that. If it's a more complicated, like universal or whole life policy, that's really a specialty. And we refer that out to somebody that we work closely with. Same thing for health. We work with an agency that is a specialty in and of itself, and we work with a local agency that does nothing but health insurance. So
they're specialized, so you're getting what you're the best.
We're what you call property and casualty, which is liability and property. Um, so.
Okay, very cool. So what inspired you to get into the insurance field?
I don't think I was ever inspired to get into it. I think, like a lot of people with their careers, they kind of fall into it one way or the other. But I actually got into it in insurance, but not property and casualty. My first insurance experience was doing business to business sales with like extended warranties and tire protection for dealerships. Like when you go buy a new car, that guy who sells you all those warranties, that was my first getting into insurance. And what I found is I really love it. You know, I always wanted to own my own business. So I eventually opened up the agency a few years ago. But I never liked inventory. So like going through college, I worked at Home Depot and Alltel back then, sold cell phones. And I never liked inventory and dealing with inventory. The great thing about insurance is I don't have inventory. It's all paper or nowadays everything's on the computer. So it's just kind of a weird thing of why I like it. Plus I like protecting people, and as silly as that sounds and as cliche as it sounds, that feeling when somebody does have a claim or you're able to get them that insurance so they can close on that house so they can get that house, that's a good feeling. And that's what I like about it.
That is absolutely, yeah. Let's see. So when you did start into the industry, what was your biggest impact on getting your career started off?
Networking, meeting with people, getting out there and connecting people and just growing your sphere of influence. That is by far the most important thing. Yeah, I mean, so much so that I have a 6-year-old son. And one of the things I want to instill in him as he gets older is, even as kids, like, stay in touch with people you grow up with. Like, more so like high school, college. Like, it's important to stay in touch with those people and just keep a database and know those people, because the bigger your sphere of influence, no matter what job you have, it can help you, whether you're looking for a job, whatever it is.
So if someone is wanting to get into the industry, the insurance industry, and kind of follow your footsteps and what you have to offer, basically a one-stop shop, what is the number one task that you would recommend that they do on a regular basis to be successful?
As far as being opening an agency, as far as being a producer, or what?
Opening an agency. Let's go big.
Yeah. Well, first of all, know insurance and what you're doing, and get licensed before you even tackle that. Opening an agency. So being in the industry, I've known a lot of people who have been in the insurance industry and know insurance really, really well, but they don't have that sales and marketing side, which you are absolutely like a realtor. I mean, most of your job is marketing. If you can't market yourself and sell your services, you're dead in the water. I don't care what you know about insurance. So really honing that, focusing on it, that's the biggest part of opening the agency, even getting appointments. So all these insurance companies we work with, we have individual contracts with all those companies. Well, they don't give those contracts to just anybody. I had a network and sell myself and put together a business plan in the beginning and to get those appointments. Nowadays, it's pretty simple. They see you have these appointments, they meet with you. It's pretty straightforward. But in the beginning, you just have to sell yourself and then network, and this person knows this person, etc. So.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So besides the 7 Levels of Communication book, what is the number one book that you would recommend to somebody wanting to start in the insurance industry? Cannot be 7 levels.
Yeah, no, 7 Levels is awesome. I wrote it down because I was thinking about it. It actually goes back to my business to business sales days when I called on like CEOs and VPs of financial institutions. And I had to figure out how to sell to businesses, which is a completely different type of sell. But what it is, it's the same thing as networking for the most point. You're building these long-term relationships. You're trying to bring value to it. So the book was Selling to Big Companies. And the lady who writes it does some other stuff. And it was a great read. And I still, to this day, will go back to that book and pull out notes because it's the same thing. It's just the relationship game in building those relationships.
Very cool. Well, I have to tell you, I'm super excited. You'll be hearing a call from me and my fiance. I don't know when, but soon. Because we have a house, we both have a vehicle, and just the fact that I can come to you and not have to call a customer service and wait online, I literally schedule a meeting with you, and then we can go over everything that I need. Because I also have flood insurance, and I typically try to price check every 6 months to a year, more like a year, 6 months is recommended, I know, so I need to be better on that. But I'm definitely excited for reaching out to you. I'm so thankful that Melissa was able to connect us.
No,
And,
absolutely.
and have one-stop shop for insurance. That's great.
We can even Zoom it.
Yay! 2019.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
Anything I can do for you, your clients, friends, family, please let me know. We're here to help you and just make sure that you're protected. That's our job.
I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.
All
Talk
right.
to you soon.
You did the same.
See you next
Thanks.
Monday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.